Okay, here in this video. Yeah, the next 9/11's being set up right under our nose right now. You know, and I know people been saying shit was going to happen for years and nothing ever does, okay? And I understand what a lot of people are talking about because these have been long-term plans, okay? So it really makes it look like people who speak out are nuts. But that's what they want it to look like. That's why it's done this way. Because if it wasn't done this way and it didn't look like that, people would have rose up and stopped them, and they knew it. They're not stupid. Okay, so here they are setting up your next 9/11 right under your freaking nose right now. And you know what? What I see going on just makes me sick. That so many billions of people globally, that's right, globally, militaries and all, I don't care where you're at. I don't care if you're in the military and you're sitting in the middle of a HARP station and you're taking the orders and you're the one fucking pushing the buttons and shit at HARP to use HARP. And I know you want to say that's conspiracy theory, but let me tell you something. They don't patent conspiracy theories. You can look on all inventions that's ever been patented by the U.S. government where you protect your stuff. If you invent something and you want to get it fucking patented, you know what I'm talking about. Well, I want you to go look up the records of patented stuff. It's open for the public to see. While you're doing that, you'll find HARP. They don't fucking patent conspiracy theories, so give me a break. Okay? And if you're too lazy to go look for that, then keep your mouth shut because you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? But I will say this, from what I've seen going on, it's not an accident. You know what? Do you think Dwayne and I come and told you this fucking shit? We told you the jobs was going out the door long before they did. Okay? I mean, they were already going out the door, but people couldn't see it. And we told you they were going out the door like so many other people did. But me and Dwayne and all the other people that were trying to tell you people that your jobs was going out the door, you looked at us, you called us nuts, you slammed us, you slandered us, you felt big because you were making a fucking drama because you love your drama world, right? And while you were busy feeling big about it, the shit was really going on, and that's why the jobs are gone. That wasn't an accident. I didn't just accidentally say that, and all these other people were telling you accidentally saying that. No. No, not at all. It's because you're being lied to on your mainstream media and all your major newspapers, deliberately. Because the people that are pulling the strings are the ones that fucking pull the strings all the way. They've got control over everything because we've allowed it. Globally, we the people have allowed it. You're sitting in the military taking your commands because they used threats against you when you went into the military that you have to do as you're told. If you don't, you're going to get prosecuted. It don't matter what country you're in. That's deliberate scare tactics to keep you in line, to make you do regardless of what it is. You have to use your own fucking brain. What is wrong with people using their own brains in today's world? What happened to the ability to use your own brain? You gonna tell me you don't want to survive? Come on, people. Seriously. Seriously, if you really care about your wife, or if you really care about your children, as you claim you do, this is globally, okay? I don't care where you're at. And I don't care whose military you're in. I don't care what regime you're in. I don't care what you believe. This has nothing to do with what you believe. Not at all. This is about not some fucking spill a fucking petty trip. This is about facts. What they're really doing right now under your nose when you look at the reports. All you got to do is start pulling up reports and comparing and putting together. And then understand how the earth itself is structured. Where you get your natural gas from, where you get your water from. Do a little looking into your earth, what you live on, the planet you're walking on. See how it's structured, how it's designed, and what they're talking about when they talk about fault lines, where earthquakes happen, blah, blah, blah. And you do a little research in this area, and you take a look, and you look really hard at what's going on right now, you'll realize that, okay, they've been telling you about global warming, overpopulation. We're using up the resources. The ice cap's melting because there's too many people, blah, blah, blah. Which we know is a lie. But so many of you people believe it because they told you this. They showed you it. It's melting. I want you to look at something. the BP oil spill, the biggest we've ever known in the Gulf, okay? That's way away from the ice cap, isn't it? Yeah, it sure is, right? It's nowhere near each other, are they? That's right. That's correct. Okay, but I want you to look at something. Okay? They took antifreeze. Don't lie. And they pumped it into this oil spill underneath the ground. I mean, they said it was going to do something, blah, 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 with the oil. I'd have to pull back up to it, but I do remember seeing a report on this, okay? There's no doubt about it. I've seen a couple on it. So I'll have to Google them again so I can get the exact specifics of what was said, but I remember them doing that, and I can't remember what their excuse was. But then you come to find out that oil and antifreeze don't mix. Don't matter how you do it. If you take oil out of your motor of your car, where this is what they're talking about, that's natural oil, the crude oil, take some oil out of your vehicle, whatever, put it in a container, and I want you to get some pure antifreeze and pour it into it. And I want you to steer the fuck out of it, okay? And I want you to set it down and look at it. Because it don't matter how hard you try, it don't matter if you shake it up, it don't matter if you steer the hell out of it, it won't mix. That's right, it won't mix. The oil stays on top of it. It stays underneath it. So when they pump this oil, when they pump this antifreeze into this oil, it don't mix. It stays separate. See, and he's correct. You'd have to say, why'd they do that? Well, then I want you to look at the fault line, the Andreas fault line. And this is the reason I told you to do this. And I want you to look at where they're drilling and what they're doing right now, and look up the projects that's going on within this country right now, and you'll see they're drilling in right where the Andreas fault line is, and they've already taken 4 holes into it. And you'll see that they're setting you up for another catastrophic event by making the fault line fail. They're using HAARP right now to heat Earth. It's no lie. That's the reason Yellowstone National Park, the home of the supervolcano, has become inactive. They're not reporting stuff on TV. They're not reporting it on your radio. They're not reporting in your local news. It took foreign countries to report that what was going on up in Yellowstone this year. It was reported last year. Yeah, these things could brew for years before they blow up, right? But what happens when we have mankind involvement using HAARP? What happens when our military's taking orders from people and they're not thinking about what they're doing when they're shooting the ray down the earth because they're told to do it and they're just following orders? And this ray just happened to what they're shooting down on the earth just happens to be heating the planet. Heating the lava, the ground underneath the ground, making that volcano become active and alive. And to continue to heat it until it has no choice but to blow up. That's exactly what they're doing with HAARP. All these other earthquakes wasn't accidental. No. They're setting us up globally, and we're allowing it. And then on top of it all, let me tell you something. They break this fault line, the Gulf of Mexico, they pumped all that antifreeze into that fucking oil, and it floats on top and the antifreeze stays underneath it. When they break that fault line, the water's going to channel from the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to split this country. Okay, at the same time you have a volcano go off, and you have a major earthquake that splits this fucking country because they fucking penetrate the fucking fault line. The water's going to travel from the Gulf to the cap. What happens when antifreeze mixes with water, people? I want you to ask yourself something. Isn't that how we keep our engines from freezing up in the wintertime? Yeah, ain't it? Well, what happens when there's so much antifreeze in this water over there that it's over the top of that cap? It's not going to allow it to stay cool. It's going to cause more melting. Now they can bring you carbon tax. They can tell you that, see, it's melting because there's too many people alive. See, there's natural disasters because there's too many people alive. When the entire time it was them that did it, and they're doing it right underneath our nose right now, and all you got to do is go and pull up the reports. Look at the projects that's going on in the United States right now, companies that are drilling. That's right, companies that are drilling for gas. Look at where they're drilling. Look at the earth. Figure out how it's created and look. And take a look at it, and take a look at what's going on underneath your nose, and you'll see that I'm not lying to you. And the man that done these reports, that's on my TFL Truth page, okay, I give him a big thumbs up because it answers a lot of questions for the stuff I've researched and what I see going on. And I'll tell you what, If globally of us people, and especially us people over here in the United States, and of course globally the rest of us people and all of our military everywhere, if you're the guy that's sitting there on the harp station and you know that you're taking the orders and you're pushing the buttons and stuff, I guess you don't care about your children. I guess you don't care about your family or your own life. You don't care about nobody but yourself, right? You're so willing to take that order. And that goes for the rest of you people. When you take them orders from these people, and you can't stop to use this brain, and you only care about yourself, and you don't care if it's going to cost maybe the fault line to break, because that's what they're working on. You don't care if it's going to cost this volcano to go off. You know why they didn't report it in this country? Because they don't want you to know about it. They want you in the way when it goes off because they're going to get their population reduction, and it's because of the same people we've allowed to lead us into these wars. Only we, the people of this earth, can stop this. This don't have to happen. The people in this country right now here in the United States, the people globally, we can stop them. It's easy to stop them. It's easy. I don't care where you're at, what part of the military you're in. You use this. And when the order's wrong, and let me tell you something. If all of you people just think and just start using this and you don't follow the orders, yeah, they're using scare tactics because they're going to prosecute you. That's why you have to stand together and all say no at the same time. That's why everybody just has to say no, we're not, and stop what you're doing and don't follow the orders. The minute everybody does that, they ain't got no power. They can't put you behind bars. They got their power from you listening to them, so stop being scared of them. Stop peeing your pants. And listen to what I'm telling you. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a special radio show, Blog Talk Radio, 9 o'clock. I normally never do a show on Mondays. People know my schedule. Tomorrow night, we'll be on this topic, and we're going to present all kinds of stuff to you people. And I'll tell you this right now. Globally, I don't care where you're at. If you care about your wife, if you care about your children, if you care about the future of this planet, if you don't want to see a third world war, if you don't want to see a fault line broken, an earthquake go off, a super volcano go off, and all this other shit, you better take heed to what's being said to you, because this is not no lie. And if you want to live your lies and illusions and turn your back to this, you're one stupid son of a bitch, because you don't care about your children. You don't care about your mother, your dad. You don't care about nobody. Not even yourself. No lie. You better think about it. Anyhow, leave your comments and opinions, and I'll see you on the radio show tomorrow to give you there, okay? So the next video, you'll have a good one.